This is Big Leagues Country Roads Rankings. Yoo-hoo!
Those country roads has brought us back to the place where we belong, right here in the Country Roads Rankings, brought to you by Truex Printing. You need anything printed out there, pamphlets, flyers, holiday cards, anything, Zach and Company will get that job done for you. I am the founder of these Country Roads Rankings, Travis Big League, Berardi, K-Mac, kind of K-Mac Trav, still, Big Mac, Big League, all that names, but these are my rankings, according to a system that I helped create, and it's working because there are some fans out there up in arms because their teams are not at the number one spot, but might be this week. However, it's been pretty much proven successful so far. I'm at least happy with it. Hopefully you folks are. Tell me in the comments where you think your team should be and such, but these go by a certain specific formula that I have created based off of wins, getting 10 points, getting an upset victory according to the Fantastic 50. He does a fantastic job over Worcester with the Fantastic 50. If it's declared an upset, you get 5 points. If you have a big win, which is 21 points or more, you get 3 points. If you finish with a running clock, you get 5 points per win. And then every win that your opponent that you have defeated gets 3 points no matter what. So if you beat a team in week 1 and they continue to win, each week you get 3 more points for those wins. So that is the strength of schedule. But it looks like I think it's working. I just think it's working. And we're going to get right into it right now with these Country Roads Rankings. And let's first take a look at number 10 in the Crestview Cougars. They are the hottest team in North Central Ohio right now. At number 10, 5 straight victories after going 0-2 to start off. Week 1, tough loss 2-0 to Seneca East, but since then, in that loss to Kirtland, I mean, hey, they put them on the schedule and they got a good test out of Kirtland, but now they're rolling. 5 straight wins, 3 blowout victories. All 3 of those victories were of the running clock variety. They've got some good strength of schedule numbers as well, as the Cougars currently sit at number 12 in D6 Region 23, 1 spot ahead of the Northmore Golden Knights. They have Western Reserve, Monroeville. They have 2 5-2 teams coming up, and then Mapleton. So Crestview not only with a chance to clinch the Firelands Conference Championship here, but they also have a chance at, clinching maybe. They might get into that top 8 at least and give themselves a chance at hosting a game in the postseason. So we'll have to find out and see if the Cougars can continue to roll here. Now to our number 9 squad, and there is Western Reserve, the Rough Riders. They are sitting at number 9. They are 5-2 on the regular season. Their losses, well, to a Margaretta squad that just knocked off Hopewell Loudon. We'll talk about them here in a little bit. And then they lost to Monroeville in that close game that gave Monroeville number 1 in the Firelands Conference. Currently, Western Reserve sits at number 11 in D6 Region 22, a spot ahead Evergreen, and right behind the Cary Blue Devils, who are starting to roll up as well at 4-3. So Western Reserve right now, they're sitting in a playoff position, but they'd like to get some more points. And like I said, they play Crestview, so they have a chance at doing that here coming up. Our number 18, the Fredericktown Freddies, Scott Spittler's squad. Despite that 1 loss to Mount Gilead, they have 6 victories. They're 6-1. They, because of Centerburg's win over Mount Gilead, have a chance at winning a share of the K-Mac Championship because of Freddie Bird in Week 10. They still have a chance of getting that backdoor share of the K-Mac Championship, and actually they'd help out Mount Gilead as well if they can do that. Mount Gilead wins out, Fredericktown wins out. We have a 3-way tie in the Knox Morrow Athletic Conference. Fredericktown right now sits in bye territory. They're number 4 in D5 Region 18. They have the last bye at the moment, and they'll have a chance of getting some points. They take on East Knox, who only has 1 win right now next week, but then 4-3 Danville, and that big Freddie Bird matchup against Centerburg, who sits at 6-1. So Fredericktown still with the opportunity. I think if they win out, no matter what, they'll get a home game, but maybe the opportunity for them to also get that new and improved bye in this system that the coaches wanted before COVID. They're finally getting it now, and we'll see if it works. Now to our number 17, the Monroeville Eagles, number 1 in the Firelands Conference this week. 5 victories. They are 5-2. The Eagles, with their 2 losses, coming to Calvert and Seneca East in back-to-back games to end the conference slate, but they've rounded out 4 straight victories, including that big win against Western Reserve. They have Plymouth, and then the big win against Crestview, and then they finish with St. Paul. So Monroeville, a lot of chances to not only clinch a Firelands Conference championship, but as well, maybe, just maybe, they sit 5th right now in D7 Region 25. They win out, maybe they get that top 4 spot, the all-important bye to get yourself healthy for week 2 of the postseason, but more than likely a win out again, like Fredericktown, they should be able to host. Now to number 6, the Mohawk Warriors. They are 6-1. Their lone loss was that tough one, 3-point defeat to the Colonel Crawford Eagles, but 6 wins, 6 blowouts. 4 of those are running clock victories. That is how good this Mohawk squad is. Outside of that one little hiccup to Colonel Crawford, Mohawk is rolling right now. They sit currently at number 6 in D7 Region 26, but they have an opportunity. They have 3-4 Upper Sandusky, 4-3 Cary, 4-3 Seneca East. So in D7 especially, they have a D4 Upper Sandusky squad, so that's bonus points there, not only for them, but for the rankings as well, because one of my other stats is the division bonus. If you're a D7 team, if you beat a D6 team, that's 2 points. If you beat a D5 team, that's 4. A D4 team, so on and so forth. So every team you beat gets you a little bit of a division bonus too, because I reward teams for playing up, unlike some certain RPI in the basketball side, but I hope they fix that this year. But Mohawks sitting at number 6. They also sit at number 6 in their region with a chance to get some bonus points there. So this is what we have so far through our top 10. Crestview at 10, Western Reserve at 9, Fredericktown at 8, Monroeville at 7, and Mohawk at 6. And also we'll give you a receiving votes little segment here. The Crestline Bulldogs, they have 5 victories. They just beat a team that was 5-0. Got another win, so they're at 6-1. Crestview's just sitting outside the top 10. They're at 11th right now, according to the statistics and everything. Because of the strength of schedule, they have some blowouts. They beat some teams they're supposed to. So Crestline, I mean, they got a big one at the end of the season against North Baltimore, who just broke into the AP poll. So you never know. Will the Crestline Bulldogs break into the Country Roads rankings by the end of the season? We will have to find out. But we will now find out our top 5 teams here on the Country Roads rankings. And at number 5, it is the Mount Gilead Indians, dropping down to 5th because some big wins from some teams behind them. They were at number 1, but they had the loss to Centerburg, and it dropped them down to the number 5 spot because it's so close. You did take a look at those numbers. A win would have put them up to 170. With the bonus points, it probably would have kept them there, but because everybody around them won again, it was so close between 1 and 5, they got jumped. That's not to say that they can bounce back. They got some games ahead of them in D6 Region 23 Mount Gilead. They still sit in 4th in D6 Region 23. They still sit in hosting territory. They get Northmore next week, the big rivalry game on Friday night at home. That's bonus points there with Northmore. Then they get Loudonville and Cardington. So some winnable games for them coming up. If they can get past Northmore for the first time in a while, then they will be looking good for maybe getting that bye into the second round, as well as, giving them a hope at a backdoor KMAC championship. But not only that, but working their way themselves back up to the number 1 spot in the Country Roads rankings. Now to number 4, Margaretta. What a win for the Polar Bears on Friday night, knocking off Hopewell Loudon, who had, I believe, a 31-game SBC win streak going their way. I mean, they had a huge victory. They scored late to knock them off as well, and not only did it boost them in the Country Roads rankings to the 4th spot, it also put them at number 2 in D6 Region 22, right behind Hopewell Loudon. So you know Hopewell Loudon's going to continue to win. That means Margaretta's going to get bonus points there. For Margaretta right now, they go to Calvert, then they get 4-3 Lakota, 5-2 Gibsonburg. So a lot of opportunities for them to get points for the playoffs, and a lot of opportunities for them to continue moving up the rankings. 6 wins. They did have that one upset win, which was Hopewell Loudon. 5 blowout victories, 4 running clock victories as well, and the strength of schedule just great outside of that. So they are taking care of business. Now to the top 3. Our number 3 team, still at number 3, the Colonel Crawford Eagles, 7-0. They have the one upset victory over Mohawk, 5 blowouts, which is a 21 or more point victory, 4 running clock victories as well. The strength of schedule was hurting them just a little bit because of some of the teams, in the Northern 10 that haven't done too well so far this season. But Crawford has some opportunities. They have Cary, who's 4-3 at Cary this week. They're at Upper Sandusky. That's a D4 squad, so the bonus points there. And then they finish with Winford. So, they beat Bucyrus 1 win. They did beat Seneca East to stay in their spot, but they just need some teams. The non-conference total of 6 victories from those 3 teams combined. So that's why you see them still sitting at 3rd, but a very good mark for the Crawford Eagles. They could have jumped up to 2, but our biggest jump came from the biggest win of the night on Friday. That's the Centerburg Trojans. What a victory for Centerburg against Mount Gilead. We thought this was going to be a good game. We thought this was going to be a close game, but Centerburg said, no, friends. We're coming out of the weeds now. Northmore won the region last year. They won the KMAC championship, beat us twice. Mount Gilead got all the hype, which they should have the hype being good this year, but what about us? We have a complete squad. Blaine Ball, Miles Marshall in the backfield, both running over 800 yards. You got Hayden Love coming out of nowhere to catch some big passes. You got a D1 recruit in Ballinger as your tight end. You have a very good defense, and they are rolling. They jump up not only the number 2 in the Country Roads rankings, but they're number 2 in D6 Region 23. They jump Crawford and Mount Gilead there as well, as we have Centerburg at 2, Crawford at 3, Mount Gilead at 4, and don't look now, but Northmore and Crestview are at 12 and 13. We have a lot of area teams in this top 10. I'm just looking at the stats from Centerburg. The blowouts, they have every win is a blowout. Running clocks, so it's nuts the way they are winning here at number 2 here this week. But at number 1, once again, back up top is the Hillsdale Falcons. A team we expected to be in that spot. They are there right now. Number 1 in the Country Roads rankings. 7 wins. They have the upset against Dowden. 7 blowouts. 3 running clock victories. Division bonus at 12. They have strength of schedule. They've got some good wins, especially because Smithville keeps winning as well. They still have some games ahead of them, too. They got to go against a Rittman squad that has 2 losses. Norwayne 5-2 as well at the end of the year, but they get Northwestern 1-6 in D5. That's another thing, division bonus, too. They could get 10 more points in just division bonuses alone, going with 2 D5s and the D6 the rest of the way. But the Hillsdale Falcons, currently your top spot in the Country Roads rankings. And taking a look at the Country Roads rankings once again, at number 10, the Crestview Cougars, 9 Western Reserve, 8 Fredericktown, 7 Monroeville, 6 Mohawk, number 5 Mount Gilead dropping down from the top spot, Margaretta, Crawford, Centerburg, Hillsdale, some big wins from those teams, and that is how close it is as well here today. So, there are your top 10 teams in this week's edition of the Country Roads Rankings. Centerburg jumping all the way up there. Good for them. what a win for them. A lot of K-Max squads in here, a lot of very good squads. Hillsdale, they have a chance at doing the same thing they did last year, and that's making it to Canton. Colonel Crawford's got a chance at a regional championship. Mount Gilead's got a chance at hosting a playoff game for the first time in a very long time, if ever. A lot of good teams. Look out for the Crestview Cougars. They've won 5 straight. They have a chance of doing some things. Even Crestline. Will Crestline make it? That's the big story. Will they make it into the top 10? Will they get enough points to do so? We'll have to find out. But that will do it for this edition of the Country Roads Rankings. I am Travis Big League Berardi. Let us know who you think should be in the top 10 next week. Who you think should get some big wins. I had some fans saying we could beat this team in the rankings. We should be number 1. Well, are they number 1? We'll have to find out. Your teams, it always works itself out. When teams keep winning, they move up the standings. That's all. Keep winning, it'll take care of itself. But I got other things to take care of as we get ready for week number 8 of the high school football season. Got volleyball as well tomorrow, but stay tuned on the OH Report. A lot more coming your way. We are brought to you once again by Truax Printing. I want to thank them once again for sponsoring all season. I am out of here. I'll see you on a live stream